Hey guys, Penem here again. Today I've got another video for you, and it's a booster box. Yeah, so basically, last vid we did the 2017 Mega Tins, and we had some very decent pulls. Honestly, we got two of the more expensive cards out of the set. We got one of the best reprints of all, which is the trap card, the secret rare. And I mean, we the promo cards are very good and very fun to have for any collections, especially the tokens and the reprints of Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. Those are probably more of a collection thing than a usable thing, but whatever. It was a very nice opening, but some of the sets from last year in general weren't printed as reprints in there. We saw reprints of The Dark Illusion, we saw reprints of Shining Victories, reprints of Invasion Vengeance, and there were a lot of interesting cards. Oh, and Raging Tempest, yes, sorry, I almost forgot that one. But we did not see any reprints of one of the very meta-relevant sets, Fusion Enforcers. So I've got a box here, still first edition. I don't even know if they did any second unlimited edition about this set or whatever. But we here have a Fusion Enforcers first edition box. It's going to be very interesting. I've never even done the Invoker deck. I did get quite a few Invoker cards in the last vid I opened these packs in. But the thing is, I didn't get enough invocations and I never got my hands on a Makaba, which means that the deck would not have worked properly. I did try it out at some point and I really like the deck, but it's always expensive and none of the cards have been reprinted. So we're gonna try and get our hands on more of them. I only had one invocation in the last vid. I opened one of these boxes and I had to sell it to finance further videos. So I'm still at 0 invocations for my Invoker deck. Funny thing is that even in the Link format, Invoker decks are very, very powerful because on one turn, your opponent will probably destroy the one extra deck monster you have on your field. But on the next turn, you can easily bring another one back because you recycled your your Alaster and your Invocation. So easily you can bring out another boss monster every single turn. And at some point, you can easily do a lot of combos using Wind Witches or using Fairy Tale cards. You can even use your hand traps from your hand to negate your opponent's cards and then use them to go into Purgatrio or Makaba. Or, well, nobody really goes into the dark one, but you could probably go into that one if you're using Ghost Reaper, or Battle Fader if anyone still uses that in decks nowadays. So, I mean, Invoked deck goes very well in the meta right now, and since the level 4 Alaster is a spellcaster, even Spellbook of Judgment goes very well with it, which allows you to draw 2 cards, just like the Wonder Wand combo that used to be the one combo for the deck. Now you can do it without having to equip anything, and you can use the Spellbook engine with it, so it's an even faster deck than before. So we're just going to count the packs, because it's always more pertinent to count them to be sure you have all your packs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 packs on the right. And on the left side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 packs on the left. Which means that all the packs are present and accounted for. Now we can proceed with opening it. So obviously we're looking forward to some invoked art-type cards, but I would also love to get more of the polymerization as a super rare, Lone Fire Blossom as a super rare, because I really love the old school-ish plant cards, and Lone Fire is one of my favorite plants. I'm not a big fan of the Frightfur and Fluffall art type, but I do like the cards. So I wouldn't be mad if we get quite a few of those. They are fun to see and everything. I wouldn't use them in the Link format, but I've seen people play them in the Link format and it still works at some degree. So let's start opening packs and let's see if we're any lucky. Predaplant Moray Nepenthes, Grisaille Prison, Fusion Conscription, not bad. And our first secret is Purgatrio, not bad. Every invoked deck needs at least one of these, so we got at least one in this opening, which is not bad. I already had one, so I'm not gonna say it's a very lucky pull, but it's still a very decent card to open. It was our first secret. Branch! Saraceniant, very good in plant decks. You can easily go with this and Global Bulb into a formula which allows you to draw more, and it's the tuner, so you can use it with other plants you have to go into bigger synchros. And this is a hand trap, so it's very useful. And it's dark, so you can use Allure of Darkness with it. Homunculus, Fusion Substitute, and Fight for Tiger, secret rare. Not a bad looking tiger. It doesn't look too evil, but it does look somewhat maniacal. Next pack. Homunculus again. Battle Fusion. Polymerization, sweet. Edgemp Sabers. And Omega Summon, secret rare. Target any number of your banished invoked monsters with different names, special summon them in defense position. This is not bad in the Link format. If you do end up banishing your invoked cards, you can bring them back in defense without having to use your extra monster zone. So that is interesting. Oh, and I just remembered there's also Elemental Hero Prisma in here, which is a very interesting card to get. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, not bad. Fusion Conscription, Grisaille Prison, Fluffle Owl, and Invoke Raijin, nice. One of the better invoked cards, because you can use this one with the Wind Witches engine, you can use this one with Draw and Lock Bird, a lot of possible combos with the Wind art, attribute, and it's a level 5, so it is instant fusionable. Very cool. I think I only had 2 of those, so now I have a playset, which is very pleasant. Next pack, we have Trump, which? Branch, Paradox Fusion, not bad. Mark of the Rose, really like that. And Predaplant Drosophilum Hydra, which is not bad. It's like a Predaplant Kaiju, but you need to have some tokens on your opponent's side of the field for its effect to be relevant, which is not always easy. Oh, and we have a Lone Fire Blossom, sweet. And a Polymerization in the same pack. 2 of the better super rares out of this set. Very cool. That is good. Super Solar, Trump, and Elysium. Not bad. It's kind of like the boss monster, although Mekaba was more popular because it's easier to use and everything. But Elysium is a very good fusion monster for the invoked archetype. We haven't seen any of the expensive cards yet, like Mekaba and Invocation. We haven't seen any Alasters yet either. Predaplanet, Miracle Fertilizer, Pterapentes, Fusion Substitute, and Predaplant Spinozionaea. Not bad. Looks evil, but nice. It is one of the better Predaplant monsters because it's an 1800 beat stick and it gives counters, I believe. Fright for Sheep, card that was originally printed in Crossed Souls. Moray Nepenthes, Squid Rosera, Fluffle Penguin, and Predaplant Chimeraflesia. Nice, I only had one of these. It's, I think it's the most expensive Predaplant card out of this set. Very good. You can banish monsters on your opponent's side of the field, but they have to have a level that's lower, I believe. This card can also modulate attack and recycle fusions, I believe. Fusion spell cards, apparently. Very cool. Not a bad secret rare. Still 4 packs on the right side. Will we see any of the expensive cards on this side? Fusion Gate, Saraceniant, Instant Fusion, sweet. Very good spell to get as a super rare. Summoner of Illusions, not bad. And Magical Meltdown, nice. This one I'm going to sleeve because I've only got 1 of these and the deck needs 3. Very glad. This is one of the cards I was looking forward to get more copies of. Very good. Not disappointing. at all. Next pack. Let's see if we have any luck left on this side. Chain, Toy Vendor, very good for the Fluffles. Miracle Fertilizer, Summoner Monk, cool. And Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon, the card, one of the cards on top of the box. Very cool. It's not that expensive, nor is it that worth using, because of, well, it's got great stats, but I mean, you need a Predaplant monster and a Dark monster whose original level is 8 or higher. It's not difficult to make, because a lot of monsters are level 8 or higher. You can easily do this monster with any Predaplant monster and just a random level 8 you have in your hand. You could just use Tragoedia in the deck and it would work to make this card, which is somewhat easy because you can also use Tragoedia as a hand trap. But the thing is, it's a high price to pay for the effect. It's not that good of an effect, you know? It's not a bad effect, don't get me wrong. It's just not too worth the trouble. You'd rather get Chemoraphasia on your field than Greedy Venom. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Some people might actually know combos I don't know. If you know any combos using Greedy Venom, please do share in the comment section below. I would love to see what can be done to make the most use out of that monster. Proto Pruning, Fright for Sheep, Toy Vendor, Fright for Fusion, and Invoked Cocytus or Cocytus. It's okay. I mean, I did try once a deck on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, and it was a frog invoked. It was interesting. It honestly worked a bit. Thing is, it does not work that well, because you do prefer getting, what's his name again? Mochi Toad in English is Totally Awesome. You'd rather have Totally Awesome than a Fusion, but the Fusions are pretty decent, and Cocytus is not bad. It's a pretty good stall card. I mean, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, and it's got 2900 defense. It's a very good stall card. Fusion Gate, Seraph Lone Fire Blossom, sweet. Battle Fusion, and Caliga, that's his name. The Dark Fusion for the Invoked archetype. Cool. So on our first side, we didn't get any of the big prize cards. We got one Meltdown, which is not bad. We got Raijin, and we got quite a few actually super rares that are interesting, but we didn't get anything too awesome. Let's see if the left side is any better. Hopefully it will be. Flytrap, Fusion Squidrozera, Trump Witch, and Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon again. It's okay. It's not a bad card. As I said, there might be some combos. Next pack. Still looking for some invoked expensive cards. And Flytrap, Owl, Refusion, Wolf, please be a Makaba, please be Purgatrio. It's still cool. We got 2 in a box. That is plenty enough to make the deck. I mean, depending on the amount of Ash Blossoms you use, it could be a very useful card in your deck. I don't know if there are any other hand traps that are fire or any other fire monsters that are worth using to make Purgatrio, but you can use your own Ash Blossoms in your grave, or you could use the Ash Blossoms in your opponent's grave. So a lot of people are using Ash Blossoms in big tournaments nowadays, and Purgatrio gains attack for every of your opponent's cards on their field, and it inflicts piercing damage, so it's very good. Super Solar Nutrient, Refusion, King of the Swamp, sweet super, Edgemp Chain, and Magellanica. It's the normal fusion monster, basically. It's still a very good card. You can either stall, or you can just beat stick into your opponent. This was very used against the Zodiac archetype, because most of their monsters are Earth. If not all, except maybe the hand traps, but you gotta love the hand traps. Phoenix Wing Windblast, Predator Pruning, Fluffall Penguin, Alaster, we finally see our first Alaster, and Elysium in the same pack, not bad. We've seen our first Alaster of this box. It's about time. It's also my 3rd Alaster ever, so very glad I got one. That was a very needed card. Next pack. we need to see at least a Mekaba or a Invocation. This box was not cheap. Frightful Wolf, Fusion Reserve, Penguin, Owl, and Kraken. It is a very cool card, and it is on the cover of the box. It's also a very good monster effect in general. I mean, you can target stuff and send it to the grave, which is great, and it might not attack directly on the turn it does that, but it can do 2 attacks per battle phase, so you can just kill all your opponent's monsters basically with this card. At the end of the battle phase, if this card battle, you can change it to defense position, which is very smart because it's got 3000 defense. Very interesting card. Very worthwhile. It is harder to use with the Link format, but it's still a very useful monster. Summoner Monk, very good. Predator Planet, Agent Sabers, Fight for Fusion, and Clamido Sundew, the second most expensive Predator Planet monster, I believe. I'm not too sure. Either that one or Chimoloraphasia, or whatever the name is pronounced. Because they are pretty much the whole combo. Those 2 cards together. Next pack. Mark of the Rose, Gizai Prison, Fusion Conscription, Fusion Gate, and Predaplant Spinozionaya. Cool. We're getting quite a few Predaplants. We don't have that many packs left. Are we going to see any expensive cards at all? Are we going to see any card worth the whole box? Homunculus, Battle Fusion, Polymerization, sweet, good. More of these are always welcome. Agent Sabers and Purgatrio again. So we have a trio of Purgatrio in the same box. Huh, funny thing. 4 packs left. Come on, Heart of the Cards. Give us something. Invocation. Come on, Lone Fire Blossom is good though. But come on, Invocation. Or maybe, it seems like it's a fusion. Is it going to be Mekaba? It's Raging again. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. It's not a bad card. Never complain about Ragens. We've seen 2 in this box. Trump Witch, Branch, Paradox Fusion, Mark of the Rose, and Predaplant Drosophilium Hydra. Secret Rare. Come on, Heart of the Cards. 2 packs left. Come on, we need some luck. You guys watching this, hit the like button. We need some luck. Summoner Monk, nice. Alaster, very welcomed. Prisma, sweet. Fluffall Doug, and Kaliga. It was an invoked fusion, but it was not Mekaba. Last final pack. The one pack to rule them all. Come on. Don't give me that smirk. Give us an invocation. We need the invocation. Egypt Chain, Instant Fusion, that's good. Lone Fire, also good. We got 2 good supers at least in our last pack. Super and the Book of the Law. Damn! We did not see any of the good cards of the set. We did see some decent cards, but we did not see any invocations, nor did we see any of the Mekabas. Well, that's somewhat disappointing. I will be honest, I was hoping for at least one of those 2 cards. I would have preferred getting at least one of each, because I don't have any of each at the moment. I will say that this was not satisfying to end up not getting any of the big cards. But we did get a Meltdown, which was one of the cards I needed. We did get 3 Purgatrio, and we did get 2 Alasters and 2 Ragens, which is always welcomed, I guess. We got quite a few secret rares for the Invoked. It's just disappointing we didn't see any of the good ones. For the uninvoked cards as secret rares, we got lots of Predaplants and a couple of Frightful cards, just a couple. And we saw 2 Greedy Venoms. It's not bad. It does look good. So I can't complain about that. And for our super rare cards, who have been printed in this set as supers, we got quite a few good ones. So that is probably the best part of this set. We have Instant Fusion, Lone Fire, Prisma, Summoner Monk, another Lone Fire, Polymerization, Monk, Swamp, Lonefire, Monk, Fusion, Lonefire, Poly, and Poly. So we have a playset of super rare polymerizations, which is very cool. We have 2 instant fusion super rare cards, not bad. We have 4 Lonefire Blossoms. I think I only had 1, maybe 2 if I was lucky out of this set last time. So I guess this was a Lonefire box. We have 1 Prisma, which is pretty much the amount you get out of a box, I guess. We have 3 Summoner Monks. It is semi-limited, but you never know if it ever comes back at 3. We have 3 Supers. And we have 1 King of the Swamp, which is good. It can be used as a substitute and a searcher, so it's pretty decent. It's a water monster, so it can be used for quite a few combos. You can use Salvage on King of the Swamp. If you do a fusion deck that uses a lot of water monsters, use King of the Swamp, and other water monsters use Salvage to bring it back, or use Surface to bring this guy back from your grave to do some fusion shenanigans. It's a very fun thing to do. You can also, which is a very interesting combo, use King of the Swamp, and, well, it's not in this set, but Sea Monster of Theseus, which is a very fun combo. I honestly liked to do a couple times on the internet. You basically use King of the Swamp to the grave to get your polymerization, and you use Instant Fusion to summon Theseus. Then you can use Surface, or you can use Salvage to bring back King of the Swamp, whether it be to your hand or the field. Preferably Surface on the field would be nice. And you can go into a level 8 monster right away. And you also have your polymerization, which you use to search. So it's still a very decent combo, because you can just do other combos later on. It has been pretty much destroyed when the Link format started, because you can't really use your Fusion and your Synchros on the same turn without using Link monsters. But that is still a combo that did not use the normal summon of the turn. So if you are lucky and you already have a Link monster, let's say if it's a water deck, let's say you have Mistar Boy, which comes out pretty soon actually. Well, you can use that monster, which gives you 2 arrows in diagonal, so you can get your fusion. You can get your Mistar, you can get a level 8 fusion, and you can get yourself a fusion, a level 8 synchro and a fusion. Basically, if you use the whale thing, the aura whale, I believe, is level 8, you can easily make Mistar Boy, the whale, which is basically a Reigeki, and you can make a fusion monster using King of the Swamp, which can be used as a substitute for anything, and any other monster in your hand. Let's say you played a Bubble Man. You could make easily Absolute Zero, which is a very cool field. I mean, you have Mistar Boy, which gives every water monster in the field 500 attack and decreases the fire monster's attack. And you have Whale, which is a very strong beat stick and a Reigeki. And you have yourself a Zero, so if your opponent board wipes you, he board wipes himself. But if you also have the mask change in your hand, you can use that to get yourself the water masked hero. I don't remember the name, not the Vapor, but the other one, because that one is a basically it's a Harpy's Feather Duster. So that is a very, very good combo, which only uses King of the Swamp, Bubble Man, and Instant Fusion in your hand. But you have to already have like a Mistar Boy on your field. It's not that hard to do. It's actually a very good combo. I might actually make a deck around that. You guys, I might actually do a deck out of just random ideas that just popped up in my head during this video. So look forward to that. I'm probably going to do a Frog Hero Swamp deck. It's going to be pretty interesting. So look forward to that, guys. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be budget friendly-ish, because most of the cards are easier to get. And this was not the most epic video of Fusion Enforcer opening, but it gave us lots of time to figure out decks that probably weren't present before. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This was Fusion Enforcer's box opening. It wasn't the best, but it still beats some other ones, I guess. we got lots of good foils. So stay tuned for more videos. A lot more is coming your way. Lots of content. I have quite a few boxes coming from the OCG, and I have old school packs to open too. And I have maybe 1 or 2 swag videos coming your way also, because I did get some interesting Yu-Gi-Oh swag lately. So yeah, hope to see you guys then. I hope you guys will subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like the video, share the video if you want more people to see what's up on this channel, because this channel is here to entertain you guys, and as long as you guys will be here, I will entertain you more and more. So, Penem out.